Hi, I'm Jana, and this is a really special car tour because I am in New York and I've just gotten out of the all-new Lamborghini Revuelto, and this is the first ever plug-in hybrid by Lamborghini, and it is their most powerful Lamborghini to date, and it's also the most expensive. And I'm going to tell you what I loved, basically all of it, to be honest with you, obviously. I'm going to tell you what I loved and what you need to know in this quick tour. So whether you're in the market for a supercar, or whether you're just a Lamborghini fan, or you just happen to be on my channel, I'm going to give you all the specs and all the stats and tell you exactly what I love and what you need to know about the Lamborghini Revuelto. So come with me.
If you're new here, I'm glad you found me. Hi, I'm Jana, and I give real mom car tours. I am a boy mom, auto enthusiast, and I'm an Aquarius, which means my life and sometimes these tours are a little bit chaotic, but they are fun. So buckle up and let's get back to it.
We were driving in a little caravan, and I had one of these in front of me and several behind me. And just looking at this back end is so sexy. But what makes it even more magical is when this spoiler comes up. So when you hit 50 miles an hour, it will come up automatically, obviously for aerodynamics. If you want a slipperier, is that a word? If you want your job to be a little more slippery, you can leave it down. I needed all the assistance I could get, so I did all of this driving pretty much in automatic. So this came up and went down as was appropriate for the settings. This is where all the magic happens. You can, if you can just see what we're working with here, it's so beautiful. I love the way it's displayed, and the visibility isn't bad. I could see right past it, even when my spoiler was up. And I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna just get into all the specs here about what is in this V12 and how it works.
From Lamborghini, you have a 6.5 liter V12 mid-engine with an 8-speed double clutch transverse gearbox, and it has 3 electric motors. So that gearbox is going to be positioned transversely, which is behind the longitudinal V12 engine, and that leaves space in that tunnel for the lithium-ion battery that it needs to feed those electric motors. But don't be confused. This is not an electric car in the sense that you have a ton of electric range. You get something like 6 miles of electric driving range on a full charge. So think getting in and out of your garage, in and out of your neighborhood if it's early in the morning, or if you just want to do a stealth exit or entrance. I'll get into that more later, but that's what the electric motors are for. But that electric battery power combined with the ICE engine is going to make 1,001 horsepower, which gives you a really fast 0 to 60 of 2.5 seconds, and the top speed is 217 miles an hour.
There's 2 different ways to pop your front trunk, which a lot of us call a frunk. You can hold this button down on your really sexy Lamborghini key fob, or pop it from your digital display, your screen inside. And then there's a latch right here. So this is a small storage space, and this is where you house your charging stuff if you want to use that. But like I said, you have regenerative braking, which will charge your 4 miles of range, so it's not a big deal. You have a light under here and a 12 volt and all of this stuff. And I had a big backpack with all my camera equipment and stuff, and I threw that in here. So you could definitely get a carry-on roller bag in your front trunk. And you also charge it right here, which you can see. This is a special auxiliary latch that will keep your trunk or your frunk closed, and you can still charge. And then when you're done charging, you disconnect, you just pop this back. I'm gonna tell you, on the approach, obviously you love the signature Lamborghini shape and the nose, and these Y-shaped lights, I just love. They're so gorgeous. I wish I could show you this at night. But notice that your Y shape carries over on your wheel. I think it's just really pretty. There's so many great design elements on here that I could spend all day showing you all of them. But there's a lot of magic happening inside the driver's seat. So let's go check that out. To get into your Lamborghini, there's a little thumb notch here and a button underneath. You lift it up, and I'm gonna try to do this gracefully. It's actually not that tricky. It does take a little bit of muscle to bring your door back down. I was so intimidated coming into this drive because this is my first Lamborghini drive. Obviously, this is a really expensive car, and it built such confidence. This is not impossible. Not only that, all due respect, I mean, it is such a beast. There's a reason the Lamborghini is the bull. I got so comfortable behind the wheel. This was such a great drive. The seat's comfortable. They have 2 seats, a sport seat, which is going to be a manual adjustment, and these are the comfort seats, and they are comfortable. I have power adjustment and lumbar and all the things, but this fits me like a glove, and I honestly don't want to give it back. But there's so much that you can see and do. There's 26 buttons here. Obviously, you have your 12 o'clock mark. This is carbon fiber and leather wrapped, more carbon down here. This is just such a sexy, everything's sexy. I mean, this is such a gorgeous car. This is how you adjust your drive modes. This is your EV rotor or knob. This is your suspension that will lift or lower you if you are going over something and you need a tiny bit more clearance. And this is your bar mode, which will make a statement when you're in front of your friends or if you want to impress people, and it will deploy your wing, and it sounds great. You control your windshield wipers and everything here. And then of course you have your Ferrari style paddle shifters up top. And they're awesome and easy to use. And everything else is controlled right here on this screen. You have backup camera, 360 camera, and all that stuff. And then all of these settings. And I can just tell you all about those later. But one of the coolest things that I'll show you while I've got you in here is that you have this screen here for your passengers so they can experience the same thing. And watch how I can toggle things on and off. So, like for the G meter, I'm gonna grab this and drag it to my left, and it'll show up here. And you can do the same thing on your instrument cluster for the driver. If I want that here, I slide it and it pops up right in front of me. Obviously your start stop button for your fuel, reverse, park, and manual mode. You turn your lights on over here, but you adjust your high beams here. Lane departure, and can you believe this thing has cruise control, which I think is just about unheard of in a car that's this powerful. Your windshield wiper buttons are here, and I had to use them today because it was rainy. And you have a hands-free voice assistance. That's what this button is for. And to open your door for both sides, you push this button and lift.
Before I went on this drive, Lamborghinis sent 6 videos for us to watch. How to turn it on, how to use our signals, all of our drive modes, everything. And I watch those videos relentlessly. And then I get here and there's only 5 of us in a caravan. There's a leader and a chaser. So there was a Lamborghini Urus in the front of us, and they were kind of setting the tone. And then the chaser was in the back in case anything was happening. I had a drive partner, Scotty Reese, which you'll see later, and she took the first leg. And honest to God, good thing she did, because I needed to like settle in and chill my nerves out for a minute. This thing, MSRP $700,000, so it took a second for me to like settle in. But once I did, it was so natural. Now, I did get a tutorial. Some guy knelt down beside my scissor door and just said, do you have any questions? This is what you want to do. He explained to me how when I'm hitting these tight turns like this, he didn't want me to use my brake. He wanted me to use my paddle shifter, which was a whole new experience for me, and it makes a lot of sense, especially when you get to those top speeds. You know, in other countries, it's a whole lot easier to hit those top speeds than it is on a random road in upstate New York. But to let the engine slow me down and not the brakes, so that as soon as I come out of that turn, I upshift and my speed gets right back where it needs to be. So it was a really great tutorial, a really good learning experience for me. And then I just enjoyed the drive. So I don't have too much video of me talking because I was in the zone. So now's a good time to say, hey, don't rain on my parade. If you're an enthusiast or whatever and you just think this video sucks, if you think I suck, if you think a plug-in hybrid Lamborghini sucks, like, just be kind. This is out there. I'm somebody's mama. Be nice.
So great.
First time behind the wheel of a Lamborghini.
It's pretty amazing.
It feels, the balance is good.
I'm gonna take it all in. I'm actually incredibly comfortable.
It is comfortable, right?
Yeah, these are the comfort seats.
I appreciate that.
I do too.
Oh my God. you think, Jenna?
I'm in love.
What's that?
I am in love.
What do you like best?
I love the fact that I was very intimidated to get behind the wheel, and actually, it's very comfortable to drive. Once you know, there's 26 buttons, I think, functions of this steering wheel, which is a lot. But I think once you understand what each one is, it now feels second nature. So I think the fact that it's easier than I thought it would be to drive.
And it sounds good.
Oh, it sounds so good. We're back on the resort. I was in strata mode, I think. And so I put it back in Chitta, which takes me to electric. So I'm driving with the electric range, and it's only 4 miles of electric range, but I think this is a great demonstration. It's for you to get in and out of your neighborhood more quietly, or if you want to have a stealth entry or exit, you can do it. And electric, and then when you get out of the containment area and want to really make some noise and turn heads, you just turn this and switch the drive mode. Not only do we look good, it sounds good.
Whoa! A rock hit the window. So if you want to know what I think about the Lamborghini, there is a spot right here on the window where a rock flew from a lawnmower on the side of the road and hit this, and it sounded like a bullet. And there's not even a scratch on the glass. We'll wipe it off, but it doesn't even look like it scratched the glass. I'm impressed.
So I hope you liked this quick tour of the most stunning car that I will probably ever drive. I know that I had a great time getting behind the wheel and letting you know all about it. So if I'm your vibe and this whole thing resonated with you, click like or follow up, subscribe, or whatever we're doing on YouTube. You can also find me all over social media. I'm on TikTok and Instagram and at realmomcartours.com. So from this beautiful Lamborghini Revuelto and me, I think that's it. Thanks for watching.